Hello everyone. Today we're gonna talk about the homework 3 question 1. Okay, let's look at the question. The first question asks us to find the b so that the p x equal to k is a probability max function. So for solving this equation, first we need to find the general form of the how to represent the sum of pk in another form. So we can have this equation, and we know that in this sum of the pk looks like that. And let's assume it's equal to a, and we have another sum equation that look like this. So it times p comparing with the first one. So in here we have looks like this, and we assume this value is like this. Since we assume the first one looks like is a, so in here we can get rid of those things. So when we use 1 minus 2, we get 1 minus p. We have this equation, and when we times these together, like let's use the equal equation, we can find a. It looks like this. Since we already know p is in this range, and when k is approaching infinity, we can say pk plus 1 is equal to 0. So in here, we can say the sum of pk from 0 to infinity looks like here. Then we can take the derivative on both sides to calculate the b by using this sum equation. When we take the derivative, we get these results. We get this. So after getting this, since already know this one is a math function, so we can say b times k and then is equal to 1. So in here we have this equation is equal to 1. Then we can calculate that to b is equal to 1 minus p squared. And the question B is asking us to find the EX. Since in our last question, we already solved that this sum is equal to this part right here. So we can multiply B on both sides, and we will have, this is infinity, multiply P on both sides, we will get this thing. And then we will use the derivative on both sides again. Then we will get this thing right here. After getting this, we can find the EX. Like EX is looks like this. EX is looks like this, and we can put the K inside. So we will get this equation in here. Since we already know how this equation will looks like when we times B, we just plug in the B in here, and also we know the B value in last equation. So we will have this equation right here. And since they can cancel, so the EX value is equal to P plus 1 divided by 1 minus P. And now let's look at the question C is for asking to find the EX squared. Since as same some same approach as the last question. So we have this equation right here. And multiply p on both sides again. And then we will take derivative on both sides. We will have this guy right here. We get this equation. So now we can say ex squared is equal to the thing right here. Since we know this expression in here, so we can just times b in this equation, and after doing that, we can get this result for ex squared. And the question D asks us to find the value of these two minus together, so we know this is equal to, according to the last part. So for this, this value already know in part C, and this value we know in part B. So we just minus them together. It just like math. It just like a math question. So just not multiply, just minus them together. So we get ex squared minus ex squared is this value right here. And the question E asks us to find the conditional probability of this math function. So we just plug in those values in, or according to the question, we know P is equal to 1/3. And since we already know the B value is equal to this, so we can plug in the value to find the B. And for this conditional probability, we can apply this rule in here, then to calculate the probability. Since the sum is from 2 to the 5, so we have this one in here. And after getting this equation, we just plug in number together, then we can find the value is 1/0.377 times 4/9 times k 3 1/3 to the k minus 1. So in here, we already calculate the result of this probability. Okay, that's pretty much about this question. So I'm gonna stop in here.